honestly. At this point, it's kind of my only real way to get out. Am I getting out of Barrington Tops? That's what I want to do. I want to go get out. That really sucks. Definitely doing some damage.
At the end of last episode, after being humbled by Bullridge Road, I was now hightailing it out of there in hopes to get back on some sort of main road.
If I've had enough fun, I'm exhausted, I'm ready to bloody get out of this goat country. I think this goes for a few private properties and stuff like that. Honestly, at this point, it's kind of my only real way to get out. I'm not getting out the other stuff. That says no through road, but seriously, I highly doubt that. I might just have to apologise to some people on the way through. In typical me fashion, I've found myself in the middle of nowhere where I shouldn't be. I can hear the voices now. You said you were going to get a GPS. Yeah, I did, and you're right. Thought I was going to get really wet boots then. Please don't be locked. Oh, thank God for that. Third property I've gone through. I tell you what, I could lay down in that right now. Stinking hot. Looks like I'm going to pop out soon to a bit of a main trail, thankfully. Not gonna lie, my bike is making some very, very unfriendly sounds. I really need to sort of get somewhere and have a bit of a look at it, find out what's going on. Hopefully something's just come loose. Let's avoid that rock, shall we? Thank you, mate. Am I getting out of Barrington Tops? That's what I want to do. I want to go get out.
Out 6 or 7 k's, you're on the main road, Moonan, and you turn left, you're at Moonan.
Yep.
Turn right, you go to Elliston.
So just keep following this.
Can't go wrong, mate.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Oh, there, go get yourself a beer.
Yeah, I think I will. Thank you. Had to pull over just to check out this. They're all dingoes. Definitely do a bit of damage, especially if you got a few of these guys on you at once. But yeah, they're a bloody pest to the wildlife. Try and keep those boots dry today. Best of luck with that. Wow, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this bloody intersection. Barrington Forest Road. That's the one I rode up yesterday, and then you go through the Dingo Gate and then obviously to where I camped. And well, that one takes you back to Moonan, as it's called. I don't know why I thought it was Moonan, whatever. And Scone. So yeah, let's go to Scone. Go and get some goodies there. It's only 50 k's away. Well, I could hear like clicking and clacking. You probably hear it on the. You could probably hear it on the bloody videos earlier, and I had a look on that side before, and there's nothing wrong with it. And then I obviously kept riding, and every time I'd go around a right hand corner it would make this sound, and it looks like I've done a wheel bearing, unfortunately, which makes sense why every time I brake it's carrying on and making a bit of a hoo-ha. So that really sucks. Highly doubt I'm going to be able to pick one of those up and just going. I might just limp it there, see what they got, see if they actually have any spare parts at all. Honestly, I don't know what's there, so I'll get it there, I'll have a look, I'll reassess, and then make a decision from there, I guess. But yeah, wheel bearing, I mean, yeah, a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Could be worse things. I'm gonna try and find this bike store. I might actually call them. Man, wasn't that a bit of a letdown? To be honest, I kind of expected it. So the only bike shop in Scone here that would possibly have the part I need doesn't. They have DRZ 250 and 350 wheel bearing kits, but not 400, and they'd have to order them in. To be honest, by the time they get them ordered in, I'll be here for 4 days, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to just sit around waiting for wheel bearings to turn up. I know it's probably not the smartest idea to just keep pushing it on. I'll baby it, and like I said, I know this is probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna run it up. I've got to go back to my campsite to get, my stuff anyway. I'm gonna stay there tonight, and then I'm gonna try and limp it back to Dad's where the trip began. But I've had a look along the coast. I can't find anywhere that would actually have it in stock. Everyone has to order it in, and it, man, I'll be sitting around for 3-4 days waiting for it to turn up. So yeah, I'm gonna do the silly thing and just hope that this holds out until I get back to Dad's. Fingers crossed I can limp it back to Dad's without causing too much damage. But if I've taken anything out of this, it is that it's 100% a learning thing. Wheel bearings that I just obviously need to carry them as a spare part. God forbid they go. So from now on the bigger trips, that's what I'll be doing. Getting closer now, nearly there. Let's do this again. It's one thing I haven't seen since I've been here, is wild brumbies. Maybe tomorrow morning or later tonight I'll see them. Well, I obviously didn't get to Barrington Tops today. I don't even know if that was a feasible thing to do, to go through there and then come back. I don't even know if you could do it in a trip, but I was gonna have a crack at it anyway. But yeah, obviously didn't get there. I will say this, I had a pretty dang good adventure. A little bit stressy there for a bit, and still a little bit stressy with the wheel bearing going on, but I mean, what do you do? I'm glad I ticked that Bull Ridge Road off my bucket list. And like I said before, if you come here and you want something proper to have a go at, that's definitely it. So yeah, good day, really good day. Yeah, in case I didn't mention yesterday, the site I'm staying at's the Pole Blue camping one. I think at the moment it's the only campsite in Barrington Tops that you can get into via vehicle. The other ones you have to walk into, so yeah, that's where I'm staying tonight. Went to go and have a drink out of me camel pack, and the whole line's frozen. The bladder in there is not frozen, but the whole line's frozen, so I can't even drink anything out of it for a bit till it thaws out. It was cold last night. Alright, everything's packed up. It's about 7 o'clock. I just want to get a head start on this trip, so I'm just going to freeze a little bit this morning. Another icy morning on the bike, but it'll be all good once I get in the sun and day gets on a little bit. This is going to sound terrible going out, I think. Screeching of my bike. Everything's on there. See you guys. That was that nice couple I was telling you about. They actually moved. They moved from beside me to right over the back there, because the group beside me, they pulled up, like heaps of vehicles pulled up throughout the night, and they were just so loud. And they moved throughout the day, but I stayed there, and man, they were so loud last night. So much for a nice peaceful camp. Oh well, nice on the road. Oh, my toes and fingers are numb. There's a little hack for you DRZ owners that have a long range safari tank on there. Got these little pockets, little holes right in the side of the tank, which conveniently sit right beside the radiator. So if you want to warm your hands up every so often, just put your fingers in there, and yeah, it definitely warms them up. Just alternate from side to side. Nice little hack. Obviously yesterday I got held up with Bull Ridge Road and trying to get a rear wheel bearing for the bike, which obviously didn't pan out that well, but I didn't get to really explore much more of Barrington Tops, and I mean I would have liked to have, like I said, possibly get down to Gloucester Tops, Chichester State Forest or whatever it's called down there, and have a bit more of a sticky beak and, you know, ride around and explore. But on a positive note, all it really means is I just get to plan another trip here. I'll come back. I might come back in the warmer months, and you know, I'll do all the exploring that I missed out on for this trip. And I still feel like I got in quite a good amount of fun, that's for certain. Like, I'm riding out of here now, and I'm thinking back on the last sort of 4 or 5 days of this trip, and oh, it's just been so good. From parts where I just didn't think we were going to get through, with obviously all the closed roads, and then my riding ability being definitely the letdown of yesterday's events. But I've just had such a cracking time, and I've had a really, really good time, you know, filming it as well. So just riding out of here with my freezing little self, reflecting on the trip, and yeah, so good.
back to Dad's, I occasionally stopped along the way to stand in the sun and warm up a little. However, the further I rode, the more damage I'd done on the bike.
Not the best, is it? Definitely doing some damage. Far out. Let's persevere. Not long now. Can't believe I actually made it. Right, everyone, don't know whether you can see that or not, but the inside of my hub is essentially completely rooted, thanks to me. Well, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that I've completely stuffed this rear hub now. What was a small little damaged bearing has now turned into a completely stuffed hub because of an irresponsible decision I made to keep pushing the bike to get it back to Dad's. I could tell along the way when I sort of got to Tari that it was starting to cause quite a bit of damage, and yeah, I shouldn't have pushed it. In hindsight, I should have just parked up at Scone and sat there for a few days, however long it would have taken to get the bearings sent to me, repaired them, and then continued on. So yeah, it's not just a damage thing. It's also a safety thing. It was pretty bloody unsafe doing that. If something had happened while I was riding down the highway on the way back to Dad's, if something had failed, I could have fallen off. So yeah, it's pretty bloody unsafe. If any of you are out there watching this video thinking, what the hell were you doing? You and I both, and if there's any of you out there also watching this video and have never come across this before, like a damaged bearing or something while you're riding, please learn from my mistake, and guarantee that yeah, I've absolutely learned from it. So anyway, moving on now to get the bike running in tip-top shape, ready for the next adventure. I've finally got the wheel situation sorted out for the bike, and I've gone with a brand new rear wheel. I went with the SM Pro from these guys, 727 Moto. If you're local to the Gold Coast, they're just near Yatala. So I went and spoke to the owner, Travis. He was super easy to deal with, sorted me out, bent over backwards to get this wheel put together for me. So I've got a brand new to go on the back of the bike. Just got to put on the sprocket and the rotor and everything like that. And to go with it, I'm going to give the Motos Tractionator Adventure a bit of a go. Everyone raves about this tyre, and I was keen for something that had a little bit more mileage than the old D606, so I'm going to throw that on it as well. Hopefully it'll last a big trip that we've got coming up in the near future. So yeah, surprisingly enough, it was pretty hard to get a hub for the rim, and then by the time I got it spoked and everything like that, it was going to be pretty much nearly the same price as a brand new rim. So that's why we've gone with a brand new one. But anyway, that's all sorted out now, so I can get the bike put back together and give it a little bit of a run-in period and see how it goes and everything like that. So guys, that's going to wrap up my Barrington Tops trip. Really hope you all enjoyed it. I had a cracking time filming it. Really enjoy getting out there and doing these trips, and I enjoy filming them just as much to put together a cool little trip video, which is always fun. So as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.